welcome to another episode of Luck Light Plays. We're continuing our run-through of Breath of Fire. Now, where we last left off, we used the giant robot thing to blow up the rock, so now this beautiful river here is now flowing with clear blue water. So where we're supposed to go now is that the mayor of Tantar said, "Hey, thanks for saving the town. You should go collect our special treasure, a magic ring." So that's where we're heading to. Now, we're heading towards another cave, so I'm assuming that the monsters are going to be pretty similar to the ones we fought before, except for we're probably going to have to fight those amoebas again, and those are such a pain. So hopefully we can get through here in one piece. I managed to go to the inn this time, so we shouldn't have the trouble staying on top of that. So that was a wisdom potion, so I should use that right off here. Alright. Can't go wrong with max stats. Pretty bare bones cave here. Did I even get into any fights? Oh well. Alright, then this is the actual cave, I guess. Looks a lot like the old one, except the palette changed a little bit. I'm using our key there. Down these similar rooms. And here's the enemies. Not very good enemies, but there's enemies. Seems to be straight so far. Yes, okay. This is where things get a little different. You have to travel up and down waterfalls and similar things like that. Let's see what's down here. Yes, I believe that leads to the next little part, so I'm gonna look down here to make sure that I don't miss any treasure, which I would have. And I get a life. I know that sounded silly. Or zombies. Two of those. Should have used that earth key, huh? Alright. Maybe there was something else downstairs. Oh well, there's another downstairs here. I guess I'm not too concerned if I, not get an herb or an acorn or whatever's down in a few chests, but I'll try to get them all, obviously. If I see them, I'll grab it. And I'll try not to backtrack too much just to pick up, again, an herb or a fancy little fire item that hits for 40 damage, especially in later stages. Yes, these amoebas. They're either hitting hard, or using fire, or splitting. I think they split. Maybe it's the later ones. Yeah, thanks. So I remember saying this, trying to say this in the last episode, but I got distracted and I didn't finish my sentence. I was talking about how the battlefields like to simulate where you are in the world. So, this cave looks a bit different from another cave, like in the battle screen. It'll try to follow where you are almost very closely. I think it's Breath of Fire 2, that certain spells, when you use them, they actually alter the battlefield. I'm not sure if it's just a a graphic change, or it's a actual like it gives you a benefit or a detraction later, like if you continue fighting, because I've only done it a few times and made it work a few times. The one that stands out to me the most is normally when you're fighting in a forest, you'd have this one scene, but like if you're like on the outer edges of the forest, you might get like one little area that's like, instead of just, there's a big tree and there's brush and there's, what you would typically equal a forest, they were just straight up and down, like, they're not palm trees, but they're close. I remember when I was a child and I was playing it, using a fireball spell at that area would make the entire thing go up in flames. Now, only for the battle, obviously. When you got onto the world map, you didn't nuke the forest. But I just thought it was such a cool effect that I would try to get into fights like that pretty frequently. I know there are others in the game that do that, like other battle areas that will have an effect if you use a certain spell. But that's the only one that I really remember. So, I mean, it's not going to be a secret. I'm obviously going to play Breath of Fire 2 on this on this series, pretty much, if not right after this one, pretty close to it. So when I do start playing that one, I will try to show you what I'm talking about. I know by then you'll either have forgotten that I've said it, or I'll forget that I said it, and it doesn't matter, but it was just such a cool effect for a Super Nintendo game that it's one of those things that I just, like, I almost want to jump ahead and show you, but I can't because, I don't have a save file. Let's go back and get the chest. But yeah, that was what I was starting to talk about, and then I ran into that general and realized I didn't go the end, so I got distracted. It happens sometimes. I am getting to that point that I'm probably going to have to switch out that Rang eventually. I haven't found anything better. I think that longsword was slightly better, but it wasn't enough to equate losing the hit everyone ability. But we're getting to that point pretty soon where I'm going to have to, equip a sword. I mean, which is fine. I mean, it's just, I'm not going to use this throughout the entire game, but it was very useful when I had it. And there are other boomerangs too. There is a B-rang, which I believe shows up almost as a quest item, but I don't remember why. Well, when I get to it, we'll know. Sky Shield, I believe that's her. Yeah, much better. I wonder if he can use the bracelet. I don't understand why he wouldn't be able to. Oh, besides, he's... Never mind. Alright, so this is what I came for. The ring. Stop and play a fanfare. I don't remember what it actually... if it does anything. Let's find out. I think it's an etc. item. Yeah. It increases your attack power by 10. So there's no reason not to use it. And the board will lead you back. So that's what's our way out here. And I'm gonna warp back. Hey, what are you two doing here? Oh. How'd they know I was here? They're apparently ready for a ceremony. There are humans and wolf creatures here. So that means the people from the other town are here. Ah, yes, the marriage. Terry and Amelia. Oh, shortest wedding ever. Alright. So, I guess we have to get back in our robot and march it across the river. And this elder says the same thing as the last elder. We'll be a happy couple. I hope so. So, let's head back to our vehicle and... I should probably use the inn first. Yes, very much so. Oh, that music doesn't sound so good. Oh, it's the general again. I don't think he's gonna try to, yeah. Oops. And that's why we couldn't warp to that town. The robot is stalling. Which gives us time to get over there. Why are you in front? Get your butt back in there. So, now we have to reclaim our robot. So we're heading back in, all the way back up, and we have to fight the general again. Because he didn't take enough pressure the first time, I guess. Alright, so he's not at the heart, he's at the brain, so let's move along. I believe the enemies are still in here, yep. Same ones as before. Let's try to get up here with the least amount of punishment. The next boss we're actually going to need all our juice. But first, I will grab that item that I missed. Acorn, yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna makes you walk the entire portal thing again. So I will get myself to the brain pan area, and on the next episode we will fight the general again. Hopefully he's more of a challenge than he was. At least these portals are not too difficult to navigate. There are some portal mazes that I've seen in other games that are just non-stop headache. This one just makes you walk longer. A lot of the portal mazes I'm used to is like there's 4 portals in a small room, and if you pick one, it leads to the, to the one you were at before, and it takes you about 10 or 15 minutes to get through. Alright, so there's the general. we are at the 15-minute mark, so we will fight him in the next episode because I happen to know he's going to take quite a long time to beat. So, my name is Lucklight. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.